Caner Universe, it's Caner Tip Tuesday, and today, if you don't have the ability to do this one thing with your cane, as it pertains to self-protection, you are done. Before we get into that, a warm welcome to those of you who are here on this channel for the first time. Listen, if you like the content, make sure to subscribe, hit the subscribe button and that little bell icon so that you don't miss any future content. Do that now early in 2023 because we have a Power Pack 2023 schedule for you. And also avail yourself. We have 2 free resources. We're still doing the no cost cane clarity call. People ask all the time, what is that? You're going to give us a call, tell us where you are, what interests you. You have questions on canes, on, more importantly, I always say cane training, which is a real equalizer. Let's have a conversation and see how we can make that happen for you wherever you are in the world. You don't have a certified ACSD coach there and all that. I know that's what we do. Just go ahead and text the letter CCC to 305-745-7839. And then look in the description. You're on Facebook. There's a free private Facebook group called Cane Flow. Just request entry and they will let you right in. What is this ability that you need to have? You know, there's a tactical priority. And ACSD caners will tell you, well, Joe Robaina put that system together primarily to deal against knife attacks. Yep, I hate it. But tactically, there's a hierarchy there. What's the number one thing that you need to protect physically? That is the computer. What's in here? So yes, somebody's coming with a knife, vital areas, we cover all that in the training, but it's here. If you look around, knockout, this sick knockout game, assailants headhunt, and that's how people get victimized, right? You don't know what you're looking for. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take from American Cane Boxing, from our ACB curriculum. We're still doing that all in the month of January because we have the American Cane Boxing Immersion coming now in February. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show today, I'm going to talk a little bit about the cover sequence. And the cover sequence, if you're shadowing this, looks this way: 2, 3, 2, and then that 3, 3, 2, right? So it has this that you see the canners do here. And that is obviously, you're being mindful to protect the computer. Now, what are we looking at? The first thing from a practical, tactical perspective is to have the awareness, keep as much as possible people in your 10 and 2. And what I mean by that is when you're at the checkout line, you're at the back, something doesn't feel right. Keep people where you can still see them, and you're looking for these pre-attack indicators. Now let me show you what a pre-attack indicator is. So a pre-attack indicator is if she's looking over here, turn around, she's looking, and I might be right around here, and I'm behaving in a way, I'm gonna do things that pretty much, they're the opposite of what my intention is. If my intention is to go ahead and whack her in the head, I might look at her, make contact, look away from, shift my body weight over, load up the strike, and then come in here, right, to knock out. And that's what, basically this is a defense that works against that looping roundhouse punch. Now, let me just show you here how this is done. Without, the cane teaches the empty hand, so when you don't have the cane, your hand comes here and you're putting on a face mask. You only need one eye to see. It covers the eye. We refer to that in ACSD as an armadillo, the little desert animal, right, with the shell. So you're going into your shell. Your cane is gonna come up and press up against. One of the principles is the cane precedes you. The cane is there to protect you, so it wouldn't be the other way around. So I'm gonna show you 2 variations of this. The first one is when she's coming in here, you're actually striking with the cane. And what you're looking to do, it's an impact tool that seeks bone, is to strike the radial bone in here on the forearm. So bang, you're looking to knock that out. And the first one is just a striking sequence. Now that might be the clavicle coming in, that could be the head coming in. So you have to decide that when you're coming in here and then creating distance to strike out. Notice that my hand is always nearby towards my center line. In the event that she's following that strike up, she throws strike, boom, I'm already in there, moving in to jam this whole thing. So it allows you to come in and cover up right away. So that's one way to do it. The second one is to go immediately, since it's allowing you to move in. Here you're going to move immediately into the shutdown mechanism as you're anchoring. And in anchoring with the cane, you see it here, looks this way, and you see that the hand that comes up, right? So this is the strike coming in, so it looks something like this, and then you're anchoring. When you're doing this, it allows you to get inside. See how it allows you to move inside? You're going to anchor the answer relative in anatomical position, which looks like this, palms up, is always above the elbow. So when that strike comes in, I'm going to move in here. Now, this can go ahead and strike, but it can also press. Now, I'm locking. I'm well aware that she might be throwing shots in there. So when I do this, see how it buckles the knees. I'm pressing diagonally on bone, it's buckling, and then you're already to the inside and you can go from there. If you're paying attention, sometimes we get asked, well, what happens when she's throwing and she's coming in? You're already to the inside, and now, see, get your arm out, right? It's coming with me. If I'm down here and she starts pulling, and she has a knife in there, pull hard. She's gonna get her arm out. Sooner or later, she starts doing this. So when I anchor, I move in, I'm above the elbow. Now when she pulls, even when, right? Because it's higher up, bigger joint. So look at what she's doing with her hand. What happens when she puts her hand on there and does this? Well, guess what? I still work the same way. The principles, I don't change the principle. I'm still lined up. I'm still gonna, sorry about that. Right, I'm gonna get in trouble here today for doing that. But that's about as authentic as this gets. You're gonna line it up and then press down, and the movement is this. Thank you for that. So I'm here, pop, I go in, and I'm coming here. Now, how many times don't you see in the flow, you'll see something like this? And you say, well, you don't even know that that's what we're doing, right, with this, unless somebody comes in and explains this to you. So 2 ways to execute what is known in American cane boxing as that cover, or going into that armadillo. For those of you, the empty hand, you always come down. So in February, we always cover the empty hand translation to that. But you see it here with the face mask, where you take off that face mask. There's the hammering, there's the eye, there's the follow-up coming right through. So you're moving from here with that. And of course, comes in here as well. There's my anchoring right away. You see how the anchoring is here? I can dig and border. See that the border of the clavicle, the SEM muscle, and the trapezius. We refer to it in endangerment. So, it's going right in there. There's a nerve plexus there that you can go right into, right the eyes, knee from here, elbow. You're already to the inside, but you have to have a skill set for protecting the computer, because if they hit you in the head and you're groggy, see, if I get cut, I have an opportunity, especially if it's non-vital. If it's vital, well, I have a limited amount of time. But if you get whacked in the head and now you're groggy or you're knocked out, you're done. You're done, because now they can do with you and those that you're supposed to be protecting whatever they want. You're at the mercy. So that's why that's the hierarchy. Priority number 1 is don't get knocked out. Don't get groggy, right? So there's a step-by-step to learning all of this. And if you go ahead, the smartest thing that you can do, and especially early in 2023, is avail yourself of that Cane Clarity call. Rather than just going to the site. We appreciate your enthusiasm for canes, for the cane training, the course. Should I do Cane Self-Defense University? What's the difference between that and going into the Cane at Home 6-week challenge? Which do you recommend? Well, let's listen to where you're at right now in the timeline of your training, your journey, your rank begin. Just starting off, great. You're intermediate, you've been training for a little bit, you've been training for years, you're an experienced martial artist. These are the things we get. I'm a cane instructor, but I want to have a way to serve my audience better. Give us a call. That's what we're here for. All right, I'm Joe Robaina for American Cane Self-Defense. Thanks for watching. Keep caning and stay safe.